Adam, very, very good to have you on the show. First of all, can I be absolutely...
Thank you for having me.
Great. Can I be absolutely clear? Get this off the table straight away. Don't Look Up was really about climate change, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, directly. Yeah. I was speaking to the climate scientists, the climate writers, and became very disturbed by the extremely clear science that we were seeing, and it led me to write the film.
Now, you target in that film, a lot of the target is the politicians and the political class, and that is absolutely right, because I was talking to Jill Stein of the Green Party and others last week, and the American people, by and large, accept and understand climate change science. It's the political leaders who appear not to do, and I'm really interested in why, and why so quickly. In the LA case, we have pivoted to an argument about water hydrants and Donald Trump and Gavin Newsom, the governor, and all of that. In other words, talk about anything except the real culprit, which is climate change. Why might that be?
You know, I think we've seen over the last decades not only an economy build up around the idea of, a petro state, we need to keep business going as usual, but a culture when it comes to our government and to some degree the news media and industry, where the idea of questioning big oil companies, the banks that fund them, the travel companies, becomes preposterous for these people in the face of advertising dollars, political donations, future career advancement. And we've really seen this economy solidify in a way around or manifest itself as a culture that is very frightening, because make no mistake about it, the fires in Los Angeles are directly attributable to climate warming.
And so in a sense, you're arguing it's big business inertia and the culture's inability to move fast enough to account for the science that's partly behind this. And also, I assume, the political system, because it's politicians, particularly in the Republican Party, who've been at the forefront of either denying the science completely or simply trying to ignore it.
You know, I think that's a very convenient narrative for a lot of people here in the States to think that if they're supporting the Democrats, probably similar to what you have with the Labor Party. But once you really look at the hard scientific data, you realize that both parties are playing a game. One party denies, the other delays. And we're seeing it right now in the United States, where Joe Biden, who has no impediments to declaring a climate emergency, won't do it.
Because he's scared of the press, he's scared of big business, he's scared of the media, I guess. Adam, let me move from the politics of this, which I think you explained very clearly. I think you've got friends in the LA area, and I just wonder your reflections on what's actually going on there now, the scale of what's happening tonight.
I said a little while ago that usually when there are fires here in Los Angeles, it's in one area, and I have relatives that reach out and say, "Are you okay?" And I always say, it's bad, but we're fine. TV makes it seem worse than it is. And this is the first time where TV is actually making it look not as bad as it is. It is far worse than anything your audience is seeing. 2 complete cities are gone. And by the way, we're headed into more extreme winds with extreme drought fueling the kindling tomorrow into Wednesday. So this is not over.
It's absolutely terrifying. It's the little phrases that you hear. I was told, I read out just now, that this is now an area the same size of Paris that has been burnt to a crisp. It's absolutely astonishing. Do you think there's a point where something like this is so big, so horrendous, that America generally does look up?
There have been little signs that people are starting to get it. I think one of the big major factors in people not fully understanding what's going on with our global climate is that each of these disasters in the past, we would have treated them as one-off events. But when they start to stack up like this, I mean, remember, Asheville, North Carolina, which wasn't very long ago, we had Christmas tornadoes here in the United States. There were floods in Mecca. Right now, there's a European weather model that is projecting 19 inches of snow for North Carolina. And for your audience that don't understand where North Carolina is, it's very far south. So there are preposterous weather disasters happening every single day. And I think it's really hard for people to grasp what the scope and the scale and the stakes of what's going on with our climate and what the oil companies have specifically done to us, and the misinformation that they have spread, the political inaction that they have paid for, whether it's through the governmental system, or in the case of the United States, through advertising dollars that mute the mainstream news media.
Yeah. Adam, we're always told that we are the intelligent or the clever ape. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way. It's been a great privilege having you on the show. Thank you very, very much indeed, Adam McKay. Thank you so much for that.